I am Antoinette.
I'm innocent.
And how long have you been married?
We've been married for 17 years.
17 good years. How long have you been together all together?
Over 20.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 17, 18, 19, 20,
Over
22.
20. Yeah.
Ooh, let me clap it up for that one. I gotta clap it up for that. I gotta clap it
We
up.
met at college. We actually met at Southwest Community College. We had a class together. So that's how we met.
Who made the first shot?
She saw me.
Is that true?
That's
Okay.
true. It was actually me. Like I said, we met at Southwest and we had a class together. He was the last and the late person to come into class. And when he came in, he had on his pink shirt. And I was like, oh my, who is that? Like, he come in late with his backpack on and the pink shirt.
Pink
I'm
shirt.
like, okay.
How did you want to take the next step to ask her to be your wife?
It didn't just happen off the top.
Okay.
So, started dating. This thing with the pink shirt happened. But she still didn't want to give me her number. I skipped class one day. And she called me like, where you at? I'm at home.
She was looking for you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And she pulled up.
Where you was?
Can I say? It was, I wouldn't say controversial, but it was, we both had to work. Because I'm not one of them lay down type. So, I had a rule back then. If I call you 3 times and you didn't answer the phone, I wasn't going to call you no more. So,
Did she make you work?
I would text you, she wouldn't respond. I call you, you wouldn't respond. I finna put you on block. So then she'll call my phone back to back. I won't answer. She'll see me because I've been calling you. I called you too. You ain't respond. You 3 days for you. I don't want to talk to you. So we bump heads a
Bumping
lot.
heads.
I'm an alpha male. She an alpha female. It was like we bump heads a lot, but then
That wall broke down after a while.
it clicked. It clicked at one point.
I love that.
Matter of fact, we really started talking. We did this for like a year or two, just blocking each other. Then one day I was heading to work. She called me because her friend had to go pay her light bill. And she don't know Memphis, even though she grew up in Memphis. I'm not from Memphis.
But how you know?
I know the city. So we met at the MLG&W place on Summer, right there at Summer in Hollywood. That was the last time we blocked each other that day.
Oh.
I actually lost my job a week later. She held me down.
What is one thing you both have learned about marriage? These 17 years.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Constant work.
What about you?
One thing that I have learned is that you have to think about that you're putting 2 imperfect people together to become one. Over the years, through our ups and downs, I've learned to take myself out of the equation. And once I took myself out of the equation and involved him and then us, I could see the adjustment and the alignment within the marriage.
Yeah. And I can agree with that. So now that you know what you learned about marriage, what have you learned about yourself while being married?
Me, I can say I'm stronger than what I think I am. As a woman, as a wife, I hold a lot. I hold a lot.
I'm a strong person. I don't listen to the naysayer. I don't listen to the people who ain't in my position trying to tell me what to do.
That's a fact.
I look at what I got, what I've been through, what we've been through, and it's all about progress, not motion. That's what I learned.
During hard times in marriage, what is one thing that caused you both to keep going, stick it out? What kept you here fighting for your marriage, fighting for one another?
For me personally, it was gaining a relationship with God. And once I've always had a relationship with God, but when we first, at the beginning of our marriage, we were in church heavily. So when we were in church and when we was out of church, I could tell the difference. Not within the household and just with us as a couple. How we maintain or treat each other, I could tell the difference. So when we fell on hard times, I sought the Lord.
Yeah.
I began to pray. I began to fast, and that's again,
put it in His
that's
hands,
when,
and
that's when
good.
I saw the adjustment and alignment. When I also with myself.
Yeah.
You built something with somebody, and then you go through hard time. You have to be able to reflect.
Exactly. To see why we even made it to this
why
point.
we got here. What happened?
Yeah.
And like I said, our beginning was strong because of the things she did for me, for my family, all that whole weight with me. Like I told her when we got married, you did X, Y, Z when you didn't have to do it. You held me down when I lost my job. As a man with your girlfriend taking care of the bills and everything, and you not working, it's hard for if you a real man. It's
Exactly.
hard. That was hard for me, and she did that.
Exactly.
When
Yeah.
my father died, I wasn't even here. She only met my dad probably once or twice. And I was in basic training, and my mom would send me letters like, experience up here with your dad every day. I come in, because they work at the same hospital.
Yeah.
I come in, she's here. I leave, I come back, she's here. She
Right.
needs to
Being a
go,
representation
and
of you.
she in school. And all that. That held,
To another level.
because you don't find those.
Yeah.
So when we go through rough patches, I think about the foundation,
Exactly.
how we got here, and then I try to mitigate and understand why we're in this position now. And if I can fix it, I fix it. If I can't, I let the Lord deal with it.
Exactly. I like that. Any advice to a newlywed couple?
Keep the outside of the apple. Talk. Sometimes you have to have space to gather your thoughts. But always talk about the issue. Because you got to understand, we're two separate people in a union. We each have our own beliefs, mindset, and everything. And if we don't talk, I'm not a magician. I can't read your mind. When we talk, we can come to a solution where we can understand each other. Then we can find ways to rectify the situation or whatever it is. But conversation is the number one thing that newlyweds have to have. Y'all have to be able to sit down and talk. Not just to talk where you screaming or one listening to respond, listen to understand, and then watch what you say, because the tongue is powerful.
I would tell them to keep God first. Make sure you communicate, and make sure you consider each other. Like I said, removing yourself out of the situation, and thinking about both of you and not just that one person. And you should be able to make it work.
The question is, would you say yes again?
Yes.
Hesitation, no nothing. You'll say yes again.
Yes.
Would you say yes to this beautiful woman next to you to be?
Oh, yeah.
What is the most important thing about marriage to you?
The most important thing about marriage, the union, the love, friendship. You always got a best friend. You always got somebody you can talk to. Always. And when it's going good, it's great. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. You know, somebody you can depend on through whatever. And if they're real, they got you, you got them, y'all rocking together. It's lovely to have a partner in everything.
Every aspect.
Can't beat that.
So for me, I think it's about just elevating together, staying together, and making it work. Not giving up on each other, sticking together through the hard times. That makes a marriage. When you leave that space where you're boyfriend and girlfriend, it's not to drop them off. It's to keep going together.
So with the last question, we're going to end it. So now that we've gone down memory lane, we know how we got here, what's keeping us here. Do you have anything that you want to say to your spouse right now?
I just want to say that I love you. And we have came a long way.
Stop crying.
And as always, I just thank you for loving me and being there for me.
It's a beautiful thing to see some real love.
I love you.
You want to say anything to your lovely wife?
Life's about ups and downs. But at the end, we're still together. Made it work. Past is the past. Blaze a new future, a new trail, together. And we've been moving forward. And as long as we hold each other close, sky's the limit. And I love your big head ass. A real king don't quit on his kingdom when things get hard.
True.
Your household is your kingdom. And if the little left turn get you all hot and bothered, then where you gotta leave, you ain't a king. You gotta keep your kingdom intact. Never leave his kingdom. He will die for his kingdom. I got mine.
And on that note, okay.